unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
The right to take on number 1 seeded Lexington in the district championship on Friday will be decided now in our second half of our doubleheader. Number 2 Clear Fork taking on number 4 Norwalk in a great battle between teams with losses. About to go head-to-head, live and free, exclusively on the OH Report. And guess what? It's all coming your way next.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well. Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
It's the Mechanics Bank pre-game show, the second half of our doubleheader here at Willard, and we've got a great one on hand for you folks here. Clear Fork and Norwalk about to go head-to-head for the right to take on Lexington in the district championship. Good evening, everybody. I am Brian Skowronski on a beautiful cloudy day here in north central Ohio at the Willard Athletic Complex. And we got a fun one on hand here. Clear Fork, who was a conference champion of the MOAC, taking on a fellow conference champion out of the Sandusky Bay Conference in Norwalk. And it's all about to go down live and free right now. Starting in the circle here tonight for the Lady Colts, how about a freshman in Miley Schaefer? She's been their go-to weapon from the circle all season long. And she'll be going head-to-head against Mya Prochnow here to start things off. Mya, the leadoff hitter, 5'8" junior. She's been having an exceptional campaign so far. Probably in the conversation for SBC Lake Division Player of the Year. And since she's a lefty, of course, she can get out of the batter's box very swiftly. And she's way ahead in the count now. 3 balls, no strikes. And this one catches just a piece of the outside part of the plate for Miley. Probably shaking off a little bit of nerves here. Big stage, the biggest that she's ever competed on. And she'll deal this one for back-to-back strikes now. And gets a swing and a miss. What a bounce back here for Miley Schaefer. Got a 3.51 ERA this season. And she sits Mya down here to open up things and bring up Audrina. Audrina, a sophomore. Little bit smaller strike zone here, standing at 5'3". And the second pitch after the first one outside, and she takes a cut and a miss. Miley deals, and this one bending right over the meat of the plate. Back-to-back strikes now for Schaefer. This one lifted over the Norwalk dugout. This the 108th inning of action for Miley, who starts out with back-to-back Ks, and if that doesn't settle the nerves, I don't know what will. And if you check out all of our different social media platforms, you'll see that there's probably a lot of jitterness within Clear Fork. A lot of carbs going down into the old Gullets during the pregame as they were watching Norwalk warm up. The array of treats that I saw out there coming out of their treat box. They've got like a tackle box that they bring with them, and it was just a snackle box is the appropriate term, I'm told. And they did it well. So they should definitely have the fuel to make it through the entire game here. No dinner necessary. As Haley Gockstetter sends that one down the first base line to even up the count at 1-1, 2 down here in the top half of the first. Schaefer, fastball down the middle, and that one's clocked foul as well. Miley on the season, 6-2, 750 win percentage. 21 appearances from the circle this year. And that one also headed foul. The 1-2 pitch, and skies over the top of the catcher. So the count evened up 2-2. Haley back in the box, and Miley gets her out. 3 Ks for the freshman to start things off here at the top of the first. Awesome stuff there for Miley Schaefer. And with that, let's now take you guys in between the bases. So Clear Fork, a conference champion as mentioned, as was Norwalk. And let's tell you more about the Lady Truckers and their season. Team spotlight for Norwalk. We'll show you that they had to share the league with Clyde, but any time that you can go 8-2 in the conference, it's always good. And almost doubling up their opponents in terms of the run differential this year, and they came out of the gates rather sluggish, 0-3. Then they started to put their act together, mostly on the strength of their offense. You look at that team hitting average, Gotti, the on-base percentage, even better. And then this team slugs with the best of them, almost 500. That's about as good as you are going to see. And I think that they carry with them a lot of momentum here into this game, knocking off Shelby at their place to win a sectional championship and earn the right to take on their second straight MOAC opponent. 6-5 the win in 8 innings over the Lady Whippets. And our player spotlight tonight, courtesy of our friends over at Mechanics Bank, the leadoff hitter, Mya Prochnow, the righty, the junior, 425 average, the on-base percentage, fantastic, and then slugging .650 this year. This is a young lady, when she hits, she tends to get extra base hits. She gets on base quite frequently and is one of those leaders of the team now in her 3rd season at the varsity level. So the first batter up here for the Lady Colts, Mel Blubagh. Blubagh, the 2nd best hitter in terms of average in the MOAC this season. And she squares this one, bunts it. Kind of took a side hop, and you know that she's got the speed. Here's Blubagh taking off for second, and she'll get in there. So a single to start things off, and then she lands over on second base. Those lefties at the top of the order, man, it's so tough in softball as quickly as they can get out down the line. So they'll bring up Addison Schlosser hitting in the 2 spot today. And this one fouled off. Just out of the reach here of the Lady Truckers. And wild pitch way upstairs. Allows Blubagh to head over to third. So Gockstetter with the first error here of the evening. And a nice chunk of this pitch taken by Schlosser, fouled back. Count remains 1-2. And I want to say what's up to Matt Wadsworth, who just tweeted at me and said that he's watching right now, live and free. And this dude, he's one of those double dippers. He'll be on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. I don't know how many screens my dude Matt has at his place, but he definitely does digital media the right way. And what else would you rather have on than the OH report all the time? And not to be outdone, I mean, how many screens we got going here? We got 1, 2, 3 on the top camera, 4, 5 screens up here. So, we're kind of doing it pretty big ourselves here, you know. But you got to when the tournament rolls around, okay? Only comes once, it's here, and then it's gone in a flash. So it feels like it's kind of overwhelming, a little bit daunting when we look at the OH Report schedule when the playoffs roll out, and especially this week with the boys getting started at sectionals. Everybody's still around, and now the ladies in districts. Plenty of teams. And now one down with a swing and a whiff here from Schlosser. So Gockstetter with her first strikeout. And that'll bring up Mya Perry. Perry, just a freshman, but what a season for her. Hitting .359 and 78 at-bats. Kid's looking for her 29th hit right here. Big, wide open stance, and she lifts this one off the left field, but it's out of play. Trying to get a gauge. We're actually indoors here today. Most of these softball games were set up at a table out there with the fans. Not here today. We're spoiled. 71 degrees. It's been cloudy the entire day after a nice bright morning. As the bunt is laid down. And that one fouled off. So 1-2 now the count. And the freshman Perry looking to drive in Blubagh. The 1-2 pitch, skied high, and that'll find its way out of play as well. So 3 consecutive pitches fought off here by Perry. And a good crowd on hand here. The entire Lady Lex roster camping out underneath the scoreboard in center, watching as the off-speed pitch is clobbered, but again, this one drifts foul. Great battle going on here. Gockstetter and Perry. The 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks now for Haley. So that'll lead to Renee Anders stepping into the batter's box. Renee been around for a while now, senior season, one of the captains. And here comes Mel Blubagh across for the first run of the evening. Taking advantage of the miscue here. Pass ball. And Blubagh with a great break. So Blubagh, who got on with the single, ended up on second. Took third on a wild pitch and then comes home on that pass ball. Heads up play from the junior lefty, who I gotta imagine is getting some D1 attention. All-Ohioan last year, she hit like .550 as a sophomore. Blubagh, pretty close to the same numbers this year. .526. Actually, that's even better now after she got a hit in her first at bat. But now 2 down, 2-1 pitch, and this one skied into left. So Anders pops out, and that is how the inning will end. 1 run on 1 hit with an error for the Lady Colts. But let's stay here and go back in between the bases. That's better. Thank you, Mechanics Bank. So we told you about Norwalk, the season that they've been having so far. Talked to you about their player spotlight. Now it's time to set the stage for the Lady Colts, led by Chris Clapper. Bringing them into an outright MOAC championship, their second over the last 3 seasons. And the Lady Colts now with 201 runs scored so far on the year. You look at the team hitting .333, very admirable, and then the slugging over .500. So that's big time. And just last night, Clear Fork had to go on the road, knock off River Valley to clinch the MOAC outright. Would have had to have shared it if the Vikings were able to get a win there. Demolished Bellevue in their sectional championship game after Fredericktown really took them behind the woodshed with a 12-0 loss back on 5/10. So we'll now bring it back for the top half of the second. Schaefer from the circle. 3 strikeouts to start things off. But the first pitch here to McKenna Ames, down low, ball 1. This one slapped. Anders collects, tosses over to first. 1 down. Renee Anders from her shortstop position .960 fielding percentage on the year. Just 2 errors all season. Here's Tyra Corbin now up. And 130 of you all watching this at bat together live and free right now as she takes strike one. And I got to imagine a few of you taking in the action at Panchos Tacos, maybe at their new location in Mount Vernon. Could be in Bellville. Our director's hometown down in Mount Vernon. Shouting it out. Let us know where you're watching the game from, actually. Always love seeing how you guys are taking in the action. It is Taco Tuesday. If you're not at Panchos, you probably should be. As this one down the first baseline, and what a running play. 3 Colts all charging into the area. And it's Katrina Rogers who ends up making the out. 5 straight outs for Miley Schaefer in the defense. Struck out the first 3, now a ground out, a fly out. And C.J. Bennett looking to be the first base runner for the Lady Truckers. That one outside. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch over the inside part of the plate. So Miley moving it around, keeping the hitters guessing. And this one upstairs, ball 2. The freshman Dills over the meat of the plate. And that is out number 3 as Macy Ousley makes it happen all on her lonesome. And now we go back in between the bases. So Clear Fork having a great year. Norwalk, we know, having an unbelievable season. Both of these teams feel like they're destined to get to the district championship game to take on number 1 Lady Lex, a 7-1 winner over Ontario earlier. But this young lady for the Lady Colts is going to do everything she can to ensure that that does not happen. Mel Blubagh. I mean, you can't argue with these numbers. She's crossed home plate now 44 times, and with that single that she had in her first plate appearance, that average probably jumping up to something like 529. The OBP, even better. Hey, look at that. We're adjusting in real time here on the OH report, trying to keep up with the times. She's got an older brother now in AAA, so one step away from making it to the big show. And Blubagh, she's big time. She is the big show out here on the high school diamond. She has been awesome to watch each of the last 3 years. And speaking of watching, how about this? All lined up out in center field. Lady Lex keeping a watchful eye on this game. Purple and Gold faced Clear Fork earlier in the year. I think they played twice. And the Lady Colts defeated both times. Jada Brokaw with her first at bat. And she'll fall behind 0-2. Another one of the freshmen that have got a ton of experience so far this season for Clear Fork. Hitting 260 and 85 plate appearances. And seeking her 21st hit of the season. So pretty cool for Chris Clapper that not only does he have like some really awesome studs in the veteran leadership roles right now on this team, but he's got a healthy balance now. I saw Clear Fork multiple times this season start 4 freshmen, including, of course, Miley in the circle. So they're relying pretty heavily on the class of 2027 to help make it happen here in 24. And after falling behind 0-2, a trio of balls now loads up the count for the payoff pitch. Gottstetter, and wow, somehow got that one across the inside part of the plate. And look at that baby cooking the movement, the motion. And the umpire calls her out. Strike 3 looking. Third strikeout now for Haley Gottstetter, who throws a first pitch strike. Katrina Rogers tried to smack that one to Venus. Almost came out of her shoes. Hitting .392 on the season. And she has been their biggest offensive weapon, 37 ribbies. And how about her 32nd hit of the season? Rogers is on with a single. That'll set the stage for Macy Oosley. And we know that this girl's got some premier power. Had a pair of 2-run bombs in a win earlier this season at the Coal Corral and gave me, I think, arguably my favorite MVP interview so far this season. Not only did she ride in on a wooden pony, she juggled while giving the interview, gave some unbelievable shout-outs. She had friends there telling jokes. But here she pops out. And how about the double play? So Norwalk with the 2-3 DP, and we head to the top of 3 as we're back in between the bases. And as we're here between first, second, third, and home, I want to tell you my keys to victory. Let's begin with the number 2 seeded Lady Colts. You gotta back up your freshman who didn't need no help in the first inning. How about 1, 2, 3 Ks? But then we saw there in the second, she's got that backup. She's got an awesome defense behind her. And how about get on the board early? Check both boxes so far. Lady Colts with a run in the first, though they have kind of a tragic double play there in the second. And now for the Lady Truckers, for them to get a win and knock off these Lady Colts, you got to be able to get to the freshman pitcher and don't make any mistakes. Not big ones anyways. They had a couple there in the first inning. You saw that it cost them. And that led to the only run so far. And we now have a special guest joining us here.
I heard small ball kills just like Clear Fork's been doing all season, Brian.
Hey, that's right. Travis Big League Berardi now joining us, making his way back from Wellington and watching the Lady Falcons soar back into the district championship game where they seem to get, well, ho-hum just about every year, Travis. So give us a quick breakdown of how they were able to knock off a perennial power in Keystone.
It was a nerve-wracking one, Brian, because they had a 6-0 lead. 1-2-3 went Keystone at the top, put 2 on with 1 out, and then Bell Dalton does what Bell Dalton does. Home run to left field, made it 3-0. Added 1 on in the third, 2 more in the fifth, but then, 2 more in the fourth, and then in the fifth inning, Keystone brought it on to, they hit a lot of doubles in the latter half of the game. Made it 5-2, or 6-2, and then in the sixth inning, they scored 3. Had the tying run at second with 2 out, and Allie Morgan made a great catch. You'll see it in Diamond Cuts tomorrow.
Hey.
She it was a little blooper over the first baseman, and she made the lunging grab for the third out, and then they went down 1-2-3 in the seventh. So Hillsdale will take on either Manchester or Tuslaw, who are playing right now. We'll have that game for you Thursday, live and free. But saw Lady Lex did what Lady Lex has been doing pretty much all season 2.
Steamroll, baby. Yeah, 12 hits, I believe, 7 runs. Kind of the standard. Actually, I think that's below their scoring average for the season. So they were as advertised. Veterans all over the ballpark for them, and they're going to be a tough matchup for whoever emerges here. But what a start for the freshman phenom, Miley Schaefer, coming out with 1, 2, 3 strikeouts to start the game, and then gets Emily Skill to swing and miss there to start the bottom, or top half, rather, here of the third.
Yeah, and I know this Clear Fork squad, they want to get back to this final. They want another chance at Lexington. Said they didn't play their best ball early on in the year when they lost 2 close ones to Lady Lex. So, you got to think maybe, is this the inevitable as that's fouled back where we see 1 versus 2, the rematch here 2 days from now.
And an all-Richland County showdown, which has been the case more often than not in this Division II district. We've had some quality softball, and kind of unfortunate Madison Lady Rams not Division II this year. They're normally part of the mix, and whoo, how about that one catching the outside part of the plate? Strikeout number 5 for the Frosh.
Well, this is what you get when you get into tournament time. You need timely hitting. You need some breaks, as we saw with Mel Blubagh. Mel Blubagh gets on base. It's easily a double, no matter if it's a bunt single or anything. But then she takes advantage of her base running, one of the best base runners in the area. But then you get some timely pitching, too. Sometimes 1 run's enough. And as of right now, it looks like that is the case, but still a long way to go. Well, just do it yourself.
Yeah, right back at you from Ebba Gebhardt. So that is how the top half of the inning will end. We'll be back. Clear Fork back up to bat in the bottom of the third.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
We welcome you back here to the Willard Sports Complex for the bottom half of the third inning. Number 2 seed Clear Fork up to bat and looking to help her own cause. How about the freshman Miley Schaefer? Already 5 strikeouts to her name defensively and looking to get her first hit in her first at bat.
For a second, I thought you were trying to jinx her with the other thing on defense, but no, she's up to the plate trying to get her first hit. I see what you're doing here. I want to shout out Kathy Dodge, watching as always. I'm guessing from the concession stand as always, but
oh yeah, she knows where the snacks are.
But anyway, she will be at the place the winner of this district will be heading. Shelby.
That's right.
For the regional. That's awesome, especially for us. We don't have to travel that far instead of going all the way to New Regal for a regional. However, I do like the digs other than getting completely dusted with sand the whole time. It took me an hour and a half to clean my equipment last night. But other than that, they have a nice setup, too, up at New Regal. But it's a lot better just going 15 minutes up the road for a regional instead of an hour.
I'll take it, buddy. Excellent facilities, of course. With the new turf infield. The 1-2 pitch to Schaefer, the changeup, and gets her looking. That'll bring up another freshman, Haley Thrush. hitting .220 so far on the season.
So as I walked in, I did see a nice, well, bad luck for Clear Fork, but a nice double play by Norwalk to finish the bottom of the second.
And this one skied high, second baseman, able to make the play in shallow right. So 2 down on the flyout. And Gockstetter starting to settle in here. Gets us back to the top of the lineup. Blubagh, who had a single, scored the only run of the game back in the first. And here's the soon-to-be two-time All-Ohioan taking strike one. As we'll take a look again at her unbelievable numbers so far this season.
600 on base.
Stop it.
Jeez. And like I said, she's a double no matter what happens at her bat. She fouls that towards us.
10 doubles this season for Mel Blubagh to go along with 3 triples and a pair of dingers.
That's what you call sneaky power, Brian.
She's just got such great mechanics. I mean, you look at her arms and they're about the size of a veggie straw, but she's got enough power, technique, and torque to make it happen.
Well, I mean, she's a Blubagh. Big brother on the cusp of making it to the majors. You know, it's a very competitive family. You know, things like that. You gotta have that competitive attitude, and it's what's made Mel one of the best softball players in North Central Ohio, and most likely it will be when it comes out a 2-time All-Ohioan.
Did you see the numbers?
Yeah. 6 out of 10 times she gets on base. 3 out of 10 times for hits is phenomenal. 6 out of 10 times getting on base, that's, yeah.
Ridiculousness. Looking to spark a 2-out rally here, but behind 1-2, Gockstetter sets, fires, and got her.
Caught the outside corner. I think she held her swing, but it didn't matter. Strike 3.
4-5 strikeouts now for Gockstetter, as we'll see her back up at the dish when we return for the 4th.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Top of the order back up here, as we've got 3 in the books from Willard.
You saw right below the scoreboard, Lady Lex awaits the winner.
And 1 pitch, 1 out here for Mya Schaefer, making the charge, getting the out. And so far, she has sat them down in order. As Audrey Ott coming up, trying to end this run of 10 straight outs here from a freshman phenom pitcher.
And 7 of those she put out herself.
Ott on the season, hitting .405. .436 on base percentage, and she will indeed end the streak. Just barely safe. You saw the nice stretch there from Oosley as Rogers got it in.
Yep.
And yeah, she's in there.
I can say it now. Breaks up the no-hitter. Good effort, though.
So the first base runner on board for the Lady Truckers, and it comes with 1 down here in the 4th.
In a perfect position to have a runner on with their 3-4 hitters due up here.
Gockstetter, 375 on the campaign, slugging .594 on the season. And she's a phenomenal two-way athlete. She was the winning pitcher in the sectional championship over Shelby. This pitch a little bit off target here from Schaefer.
Runner's going to advance. Great opportunity here for Norwalk to get another hit here. Just like that, it's 1-1.
Schaefer checks the wristbands. Gets set to fire the 1-1. And this one slapped
nice stab.
right at Ousley. Sends it over to third. Blubagh with the backhand has a slip away. So Norwalk has a runner one bag away from tying things up. And McKenna Ames stepping into the batter's box.
Got the second out. If Ousley makes a solid throw there, I think that could be very well a double play to end the inning, but made sure to get that out at first to get out number 2.
McKenna Ames, 9 RBI on the season, but right back to the pitcher. Schaefer gets out of her little mix-up problem there as the Lady Colts coming back up to bat here after a quick commercial timeout.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Lady Colts back up to bat. Meat of the order on the way here with Addison Schlosser looking to shake off her first at-bat strikeout as we're in the bottom of the 4th and catches a piece of this first pitch from Haley Goxeter. Now with 5 Ks on the afternoon and over 500 for her career. Reached that milestone a few weeks back. Seems like a lot, Travis.
That is. That's down the line. Nice catch.
Yeah, what a charging play made by the left fielder. So Norwalk on a couple of pitches gets the out. Tyra Corbin on the dash, and somewhere back behind that dugout, we promise, there's girls making catches.
Just last night I covered, it was the Hopewell Loudon Carey game. Hopewell Loudon's pitcher, 200 strikeouts in a season.
Yeah, that's up there. Well, to get to 500, you got to be around that 200 strikeout for a season range for obviously 2 years.
It's just interfering with the box.
Unless you're a 4-year pitcher,
It's something out there. You're fine.
150, 100, 150.
So what do we got? 3 pitches, 2 outs. A couple of sky balls, and Goxeter trying to make quick work here of this bottom half of the 4th frame. C.J. Bennett.
That's something I saw up at Wellington, too. The wind is playing a little bit with these high pop-ups. You got to move around because it's not just going to hit right to you. It's going to dance around in the air a little bit. You got to follow it the whole way.
So Schlosser and Perry with a couple of flyouts brings Renee Anders back up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Trying to change that narrative ahead in the count, 1-0. And taking a big cut there, back on her heels. So Gockstetter, I think, finding his own right now, Trav.
It's a heck of a screwball there that they have. That's the thing with the screwball. Not only can it curve, but it will rise too.
Whew. And how about that one? A lot of pop. Nice movement. And now she's back ahead in the count, back-to-back strikes.
Norwalk, one of those impressive squads. Went to Shelby, scored late to beat them to get here.
And now another strikeout for Gockstetter. 1, 2, 3 down here in the fourth. It's in the books. We'll see you back for the top of the fifth in a minute.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Lady Truckers back up to bat. They'll begin with Tyra Corbin. Flew out her first attempt at trying to hit Miley Schaefer, who gave up her first hit, a single, back in the fourth. But that's it so far. She's been fantastic. 5 strikeouts for the freshman and a clean sheet, 4 consecutive scoreless innings. I'm Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi joining me here.
Hello.
For the second half of our action here at Willard. And it's a 0-2 count now for Schaefer. Looking to go at Corbin, who's got a 424 average.
Oh,
and
what a stop.
Right back at her. The reflexes of a cat. The throwing motion of a mongoose. I think that works, right? Maybe
Good
not?
enough. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm very impressed with that reaction time, because not only are you following through with your follow-through and everything, but then you have to immediately get set, because the reaction time between ball getting hit and back to you is tenths of seconds. So to be able to do that and get down and get that grounder is very impressive.
As was the celebration. Blubagh guns it over to first. Ousley with the squeeze, and now quickly 2 down. CJ Bennett, and one more time for the one time. Nice.
He's going to do that every time they get an out.
But also, even with that base hit, Norwalk's not getting all the bat on ball. They have been soft shots. It was just that one down the first baseline was a seeing eye single. Not many hard hit outs so far for Norwalk.
Emily Skill struck out her first time up back in the third.
But you could say the same thing about Clear Fork.
It's been a pitcher duel so far.
And once you get into the round of 64, that's when the solid teams come up here. There's a reason why you're in the district tournament. You're playing hot at the right time. Your pitcher's doing great at the right time, and that's usually what you see with some of these duels or 6-5 games like Hillsdale Keystone.
Schaefer back-to-back strikes. And looking to get out of the inning with her 4th 1-2-3 episode. And how about it? It's like a rerun out here. Strikeout number 6 for Miley. You might say she came in like a wrecking ball tonight, Travis. Definitely her mother's daughter out there doing her thing.
People say I came in like a butterball, but, it's something else.
Hey, we can work on that, man. At least you're having
Thanksgiving's
fun
only,
doing it, right?
6 months away, right?
Coming up.
We still got summer and things like that.
So we're keeping it here because you know what time it is, Travis? The 5th inning stretch. So make sure do, right over left, left over right, arm overhead, get the nice squeeze, get the pump, bend over, knees over toes. Actually, I've heard both on that, Travis. So I've heard, you never want to do the knees over toes when you're lifting. And I've also heard that can strengthen your lower
calves.
extremities. So where do you land on that? Or do you ever land on that? Is that something that you think about?
Well, when I did squats back in high school for sports, I had the knees bent.
Yeah.
Grabbed it and then just went down and back up. Used the balls of my feet, as well when I went back up for that power. Yeah, good stretch. Not a lot going on. 0-1-1 for Norwalk, 1-2-0 for Clear Fork. So that's your 5th inning stretch. Mel Blubagh led off the bottom of the 1st, worked her way around because of an error, played small ball, scored the run. That's it.
That's all you need to know, folks. Now you're up to speed.
Norwalk with 1 hit. 1 gosh darn hit. You can't say gosh darn in the air. It doesn't matter.
Too
Nobody's
late.
listening anyway.
Too late, Travis. Big matzo ball out there for a lifetime. The interwebs never stop.
Well, that, and I love the movie Major League. That's what it's from. Yeah.
So Brokaw, her 2nd plate appearance here tonight. Struck out looking the first time. Now the freshman stands in, 1-1 count, and lays down a bunt straight ahead to Gockstetter. She handles, fires for out number 1.
You know what? The speed of Clear Fork, if that bunt is anywhere but back to the pitcher, it's probably a single, but good job by the Norwalk defense to get the first out. That's a big pivotal out, especially against Clear Fork, because if they get that leadoff runner on, it's probably a stolen base, a sacrifice, and then they're set up for another run.
Here's Rogers now. Her 89th plate appearance of the season, and she'll fly out an easy one. Can of corn to first base, and a couple of quick outs here for Gockstetter. And she's got 1, 2, 3 straight innings where she sat down the lineup in order.
He's
And
retired, 9 straight.
Trying to redirect that, as that one behind her, I think.
That's another thing with the Clear Fork lineup. I talk about speed and stuff, but any one of these could hit homers. If it wasn't for the wind blowing straight in against Bellevue, there could have been a good 4 or 5 home runs from Clear Fork.
Oh, Ousley got a good chunk of that one, but it fades foul over the bullpen and left. Macy on the season does have 2 dingers. I saw them both live and free in the same game.
She also juggled after that game with 2 balls, but she says she can juggle with 3.
You want to talk about a wealth of talent. Some kids just have it all. Big cut here for Ousley.
She'd like to add a district championship to that.
She's behind, though, 1-2 here in this at-bat.
Clear Fork came so close to a district championship 2 years ago. You were here. They played Clear Fork in an extra inning thriller.
It's been some great games played here at Willard in the tournament in the past, and I think I could argue my favorite venue for high school softball when it comes to playoff action.
Absolutely.
I feel very spoiled up here in the press box. I haven't had one of these often. They legitimately sent a guy up here to install internet for us today. That was honestly really impressive to watch. It was
I love, you know what? The Haas is one of the best facilities for basketball. Then you have this.
Yeah.
Joe Crawford, one of the best ADs around.
Shout out
to
one
him.
of my faves.
Oh, yeah. Such a blast to work with him. And everybody else. I mean, Jess Brokaw from Clear Fork has
Double
her own
shout.
personal hot spot that I will be using on Friday when Clear Fork plays their sectional championship at home at the brand new turf down there. But we have a lot of great ADs around here. But Joe Crawford, cream of the crop as well. Strike three looking.
Wow, so Ousley hit into a double play. Now she has struck out. Goxetter says, I'm definitely in my zone.
We'll be back.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
A pitcher duel going down here in Willard as we've got 5 innings now in the books and just 3 total hits so far between the number 2 and number 4 seeds. Winner moving on to take on Lexington.
And I will tell you, they're going to need a lot more hits than they have today if they want to stick with Lady Lex.
Who had a dozen in their win earlier this afternoon. 7-1 over Ontario in the backyard rivalry renewed.
Now, I did see early on it was 2-0 Lexington, and Ontario had the bases loaded. I had to get back to my game, but what happened there, it seemed like that could have been a turning point for Ontario against them.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, that there were runners on second and third, no outs, and Ontario only came away with 1, of course. And it was courtesy of an error, possibly. No, RBI sacrifice hit by Kennedy Weiler, and that was it. This one slapped wide down the first base line, evening up the count at 2-2. Callie Helton, second at bat, struck out her first time up and keeps this one alive.
You're seeing she's just staying alive, but fouling everything off to the right side. So these fastballs by Miley are just, nearly getting by her, and she's just trying to stay alive.
Helton with a 200 batting average this season, but she's going to get on here. Straight up the middle for a single. Just the second hit allowed by Miley.
Both seeing eye singles, but hey, that's all you need, especially with the leadoff hitter. Now they can possibly play some small ball like Clear Fork, try and get the runner over on a steal or a bunt, and then you're really set up to try and tie things up here in the 6th.
The number 9 hitter, Emma Gebhardt, got out, hit it right back at Schaefer a couple of innings back. And Miley ahead in the count. First pitch strike right down the pipe.
Now, does Helton have any stolen bases on the season? There's the bunt. Blubagh, nice throw.
And then Ousley back over to second. A little high, but it's handled.
So there's the setup, small ball. Now, runner in scoring position. You get another one of those C&I singles. It's a tie ball game.
So Gebhardt advances the runner, and it's back to the top of the order. Prochnow, 0 for 2 so far. Our player spotlight here this evening.
That's a balk, or a ball. They called that a ball, part of her pitch, so it's 1-0.
So the second pitch, which was really the first, and it's going to be slapped back, evening up the count at 1-1.
This is the first major battle for Schaefer here. Norwalk did have that runner on, but it was with 1 out in the fourth, and they didn't advance the second.
Miley's been cruising so far and just misses with that one.
It's a bit low, just under the knees.
Excellent location. Doesn't get Mya to chase. Out of the wind, the 2-1 pitch. Inside, and that's fouled off there by Prochnow. So a big pitch on the way here for Schaefer. Runner standing on, second is Gebhardt. And here it comes, right over the meat of the plate.
Norwalk really set up here in the 6th and 7th. If they can't get anything here, they would have the heart of the order in the 7th. They'd love to tie it up here at least.
But that one is in there for a called strike. Looking second time. She sat down Prochnow with a K.
Screwball just caught that front corner of the plate. Some people would think that's outside. It doesn't matter. It's where that ball crosses that first part of the plate. Just catches a little bit. And it's a strikeout. And really good pitchers can take advantage of that, and she has been able to today.
And Schaefer.
Oh, my goodness.
What a stab from her knees, but she throws it away in air, Mel. The first error for Clear Fork, and it's costly. Gebhardt comes in to score. We're all square at 1 apiece.
Wow.
And so for Schaefer, who's been just absolutely dominant so far, making the first mistake of the evening here for the Lady Colts, trying to get the out over at first, which it could have been spectacular.
Yes.
Could have been a diamond cut. Instead, we got a tie ball game.
Yeah, that was just tough play. Could have eaten it, let it be first and third, but nonetheless, through 5.5, brand new ball game, Ski.
Goxetter grounds out, and now she'll be back in the circle. Lady Colts coming up at the bottom of the order.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
So Callie Helton comes in to score on the throwing error in the top half of the 6th. Evening up the count here, 1-1 now the score. And Miley Schaefer, who was responsible for the error, trying to get even.
Nice barehanded play.
But she'll ground out here. And Haley Gockstetter absolutely cruising. After the first inning, she has sat down the Lady Colts in order 4 consecutive frames.
And you make a good play on offense, you come right back, make a great play on defense. The only way Helton was able to throw her out was if she was able to barehand that. How is that not a hit by pitch? That looked like I hit her. No? Okay. I saw this in the Hillsdale game a couple times, too. They're just jumping out of the way at the last second. If it hits you in the shoe, it's a hit by pitch, but, want to get out of the way.
Well, I talked about this in the previous game tonight. In baseball, obviously, they always want you taking the contact. In softball, they're a little bit more okay if you get out of the way because Thrush can get on base in other ways. And what are we going to call this one?
That's an E6. Went right through the 5-hole, nutmeg.
So Thrush reaches on an error.
And look who's coming to bat.
Just what the doctor ordered. Mel Blubagh, who's 1 for 2 so far. And taking off is Thrush. The freshman is in there. So their junior standout up to bat. And now a runner in scoring position.
Perfect spot for the All-Ohioan here. She can give her team the lead in a district semifinal late if she can get a hit here.
That one ends up going foul for Blubagh, who's driven in 25 RBI this season.
And something you see with that, even if some people, why is she bunting in this situation? Well, because she can get on base. Even that, with the throw, if Thrush is at full speed, she could round third and take off for home, and it turns into a run.
Blubagh swinging this time, though. It's upstairs and got her out. Back-to-back Ks of Mel Blubagh now for Gockstetter.
Yeah, that was a high fastball out of the zone, but she's, sometimes you're excited. You want to get that hit, and you overthink the swing, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, there's a little bit of mozzarella upstairs. Sprinkling on some fresh. This one over the top of the bat of Addison Schlosser, who's also been struck out this evening. Eight Ks overall for Gockstetter. And this one, slap bunt. And not in time, and here comes Thrush. The wild throw allows Clear Fork to take the lead. Schlosser over to second.
But watch the replay. She was going home anyway. It's exactly what I just said. Look at the celebration, too. It was exactly what I said with Blubagh's at bat. But watch her. She's already halfway home when the ball's overthrown.
Yeah, that one way off the mark there, and you're right. Thrush was going to get there regardless. So an E5, 3 errors now on Norwalk.
And right back at you, Clear Fork answers in the bottom, and now they're 3 outs away. They'd love to add on, though.
So the Lady Colts with a pair of runs on just 3 hits, making the most of their opportunities on the base pass as this one's sky high. And it's out number 3 to center field. But the damage is done. Money time on the way. Norwalk needs to extend in their last 3 outs.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Have reached money time. That's right. The ATM closing down here soon, folks. Come cash your checks while you can. Norwalk gonna have to do so in their final 3 outs here as they trail by 1 here in the top of the 7th. I'm Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi is with me in this. Also, as a fan, your last opportunity to drop us some comments, get inside of the fan zone.
Nice catch by the fan down here, but he's, unlike Major League Baseball, not able to keep the souvenir.
How about this diamond cut? Foul back. And then if you're going to live down in the valley, if you're going to rep the Colts on your chest, you better be able to make a play anytime, any place, anywhere.
Oh, that guy's ready.
This one launched again, left field line, trending out of play.
No celebration from the fans, so I had to have dropped foul. Now I will say the Cary Lady Devils, the Hillsdale Lady Falcons, and the Lady Lexington Minutemen, Lady Lex, how you want to call them, they've already punched their ticket. Is it Clear Fork, or does Norwalk have a little bit of magic still left in them to be that other team to punch a ticket to a district final?
Well, it's now 2-2 to McKenna Ames. She gets on base most of the time, about half, 5-12 OBP.
Yeah, you know me.
It's a big spot for that. But she goes down swinging. Eighth strikeout by the freshman, Miley Schaefer. Getting it done here. The only run so far unearned. And, hey.
Even a little, yeah.
So, Clear Fork, I got to DJ one of their dances. This team, these girls out here, they got the moves, man. They know how to bust them out.
It seems like they're a crew that would stay the whole time, too.
Well, with DJ Ski in the building, of course you would. That one fouled back. Tyra Corbin so far flew out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th. Trying to keep the pulse thumping here for the Lady Truckers, in danger of having their season end. The SBC Lake Division champions.
Took out the MOAC co-champs in Shelby to get here. And for about 5 minutes had some momentum tying the game up, but Clear Fork right back at you.
This one downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. See if Schaefer tests her. She will.
Ooh. That was high and outside, probably ball 4. But again, these batters excited. They want to get that big hit.
And a little bit of pepper jack on it. Not turning it into Swiss cheese. Right back at Miley. The reflexes yet again on display.
What a play.
The diaper dandy gets another out. And Norwalk down to their final.
Just the reflexes, the reaction.
And that'll all rest now on the shoulders of C.J. Bennett. 429 on base percentage. But no one's been able to get to this young lady so far here tonight. This one to Renee Anders.
She beat it.
Not in
Beat it out.
time. Infield single for Bennett. And you can't lower the curtain just yet on the Lady Trucker season with Emily Scale on the way into the batter's box. 0 for 2 so far on the day, though, with a pair of Ks. So you like this matchup if you're the Lady Colts. And it's a first pitch strike, fouled off here.
We'll see if Bennett takes off, tries to get in scoring position here with 2 down. That final out, always the hardest to get.
The 0-1. Flared back, and the catch is made! Lady Colts are district championship bound. 2-1 winners here over Norwalk, setting the stage for another matchup against Lady Lex in an all-Richland County showdown. 2 runs on just 3 hits for Clear Fork gets it done. And Miley Schaefer, the freshman, the star here this afternoon. We got to hear from her as our MVP coming up after a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with that and more live and free here at Willard.
She got that.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well. At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family. Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you folks live and free thanks to our amazing sponsors. How about Panchos Tacos? Get down there and get the best food and drinks in town located not just in Mansfield and Bellville, but now their new location in Mount Vernon. Try the delicious tacos on a Tuesday. They got rice bowls, fajitas, and of course, margaritas. Come see them now that the game's over. They'll see you soon, amigos. Jennarate Fitness. If you're looking for a system that gives you workouts in the comfort of your own home, healthy recipes, and a huge support network, choose Jennarate Fitness. Check them out. Click the link down in the description. Jackson Well Services. Hit them up at 419 Jackson if you need any type of services. New water well dug if you just need it checked out. Make sure that you got all the good, nutritious water coming in. Those are definitely the folks to call throughout all of Richland County and beyond. Avita Home Health and Hospice, who's providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, helping you choose effective vitamins and supplements, and they can prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian. That's right. They can manage your hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many, many more. Head down to Wellspring Custom Pharmacy on West 4th Street in Ontario. Ask for Stephanie. She knows everything about everything when it comes to health. And last but not least, Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. They got all the best deals. If you're looking to get a low financing rate and you're local within Richland County, they work well with businesses, individuals. That's better every time with Mechanics Bank. We're going to take one more quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we have got the star of stars here, the freshman phenom Miley Schaefer joins me up in the booth next.
She got that.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well. At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
We are back now with our player of the game presented by Jennarate Fitness. And not only is it the winning pitcher, it's a birthday girl, and we got a surprise party! How about it? Got the whole gang here. Man, well, what a time to be alive if you're Miley Schaefer right now. 15th birthday winning pitcher moving on to the district championship. So if you can put it into words for me, Miley, how cool is it to be you at this moment?
Well, starting the game, I was a little nervous because obviously I'm a freshman. But I'm glad that I had a good defense behind my back to help me through it. So it feels pretty good to go to whatever it is.
Yeah, you're moving on. District championship. Yeah, some of the veterans will move you along. You're still a freshman. You're starting to learn this thing, your first year at the varsity ranks. So just describe what it's been like here, the first couple of tournament games, and this is your first taste of playoff action. How much different are the games from the regular season?
Well, we came in knowing that they're a good team and that we needed to come out strong, and that's what we did. I felt like I did a pretty good job hitting my spots. Coach Haley, thanks for pitching.
Shout out.
Yeah. And it feels pretty good. I mean, defense is hitting it.
Yeah, no question. You were hitting your mark. How important do you feel like that first inning was? Because you had not one, not two, but 3 strikeouts to settle in.
It was good. 3-0. I came back, struck her out.
Hey.
Sorry. But I felt like I did pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 down. We got 3 down. I was very, very nervous coming out because I know I needed to put on a game, best pitching game ever. So that's what you did. I was locked in.
Yeah, we could tell. Locked and loaded the entire game here. And then I saw the pregame meal as well. Everybody had different snacks. What was your go-to? What were you diving into?
Scooby-Doo fruit snacks.
Hey, I noticed that. Oh, you had your Scooby snacks on. And it worked out well. There was no mystery, of course, that was the big unlock for you. So talk to me. You get another shot at Lady Lex. Got you a couple times in the regular season. It's a big Richland County rivalry. Going to be a lot of build-up over the next couple of days. How are you as a freshman pitcher going to handle that and get ready?
I know I had to pitch my best game again. They're a tough team. They're good hitters, so I just have to hit my spots as well as I can and then have my defense to back me up.
All right, well, obviously you got a celebration that's got to be going down tonight. Well, what's the plan here when you leave?
Going out to eat. Actually, wait, no, we're not. Party on the bus, hitting up those songs, you know. Coach Haley, don't get mad at us for cussing. I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's going to be a dance party on the bus. And do we have one of your dance moves that we have recorded? Check this out.
My.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, I can hit it.
Can you hit that one? Oh, whoa. Rich flexing on him up here in the booth. That's big time. All right, Miley, I know that you got to get to your party. You got to get on the bus, so we'll hit you up with a little gift. Now, give some shout-outs, girl. Who do you want to thank on your birthday?
Shout out to my coaches for always pushing me. Shout out to my dad for always pushing me to be the best person I am today. And shout out to my mom. And shout out to these girls back here, too. For real.
And how about that? The instant replay on the Rich Flex right here on the Jennarate MVP. So before we close it out and we head back to another commercial break, you guys got any like big dance moves that you want to hit? Anything cool? There you go. There it is, your Jennarate MVP of the birthday girl, Miley Schaefer!
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Back here at Willard, a very happy Lady Colt team has just left the building. They got cookies on deck. They got a dance party coming up on the ride back to Bellville. And how about this? Look at how much fun these girls are having. And how about the swag? You can tell when you hear Miley Schaefer talk as we welcome you back inside of the Mechanics Bank post-game show that she's got it going on. She's not any type of regular freshman. She's one that is motivated. She's locked in, like she said, and she's got her girls behind her. She's got some fantastic veteran leaders, some great seniors on the roster, and this is just one of those really fun collections where you've got 4 freshmen making big-time impact, about 6 of them total that are really getting a lot of action to complement the likes of Oosley and the Blubaghs and Renee Anders and all the great veterans that are on this Clear Fork team. And they didn't have their best stuff offensively here tonight, but they didn't need it because what an outstanding performance. 8 strikeouts by the birthday girl, and sometimes there's just a little bit something extra in the ether when you're on your day where you entered into the world, and she entered here on the district stage for the first time. She showed up, she showed out, she shined bright, and one of the most fun MVP interviews that you're probably ever going to see here on the OH Report. The entire Lady Colts team, they're gassed up, they're ready for action, and I'm told that their game against Lexington actually going to be moved to Thursday night back here at Willard. So you can see these girls back on display taking on #1 Lady Lex for the 3rd time this season. Clear Fork 0-2 in a couple of tight games against the Purple and Gold, but that was mid-season. It's a little bit different now when we get into tournament play, as we'll bring up our final scoreboard here of the night. 2-1 the final count. Norwalk season in the books. 3 hits each, but those 3 errors very costly, of course, for the Lady Truckers, leading to both of the Clear Fork runs. That's going to wrap up our coverage, though, here tonight from Willard. Great double dip of action. You saw the backyard rivalry renewed with Ontario and Lexington going head-to-head, a 7-1 winner. And now Clear Fork, another Richland County team, moving back into the district championship. So we will get one team from the county going on to regionals. Couldn't do it, though, here tonight without my unbelievable crew. Madeline Zizzuto somehow bringing the spirit here. She was with us the entire time. Shane Young as well down there working the sideline camera. Jory Hollenbeck has been up top. Adam Thompson's been pressing all the buttons, making all the graphics pop, and just making it happen here at Willard. Our sponsors are awesome too. How about Jennarate Fitness? This is the first time they've been a part of it. How could you be any happier with how that MVP interview just went down? Our good friends at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy. Go hit up Stephanie Lane. She truly is the best. Avita Home Health and Hospice. Kathy Sapp and that team, so caring, so loving. They are awesome. Mechanics Bank. Christy Lord, their team over there, second to none. Love everything that they are doing. Same with Jackson Well Services. And did I miss anybody? Felt like I got everybody in there. Oh, and Panchos Tacos, probably where I'm heading here soon. What am I talking about? So I'm going to go get my nightcap. Enjoy yours. We'll see you more tournament action tomorrow, as well as the coolest show on the interwebs. That's right. You can see Travis Big League Berardi tomorrow on the rundown. The run back.
The roundup.
The roundup.
So cool, Brian forgot the name.
I'm even a part of that thing. Bye, guys.